All right, welcome into Around the Felt. We got a special edition tonight. We're going to be breaking down the brand new football horror movie, Him. And we got a good friend of the show, Film Fonzo, joining us tonight, as well as our graphic designer, Garrett. And I'm your host, Reagan, and we're going to be breaking down this whole movie tonight. We're not going to get into some spoilers right away. So if you are going to see the movie, we'll let you know when we're going to get into that and you can tune out. But guys, how we doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I had to invite my buddy Noah on from college. He's got a big film channel, reviews a lot of movies. Noah, you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So I'm on kind of all social media stuff under Film Fonzo. Just do a lot of film reviews, film talk. It's pretty simple, but yeah, it's kind of it.
Gives his
Just a
score
bunch
at
of
the
movie
end of every
stuff.
movie. Something I
Yeah,
like seeing that big score. I'm not sure if
yeah.
you have one ready yet for this film, but keep an eye
I
out on
can.
that.
I'll throw one out there at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like let's get right into it. I mean, what did you guys think? I mean, what's your first reaction? Did it live up to your expectations? Was it um, good, bad? Where let's just get right into it.
Yeah. See, me going into it, honestly, honestly, the trailers kind of threw me off. I could kind of tell that like it was a little all over the place, and it seems like I thought maybe once you see the movie, like they'd answer a lot of those questions I had going in. Like what really was the football background of this movie was like a main question I had. Like they don't explain the characters too much from the trailer. So I was kind of curious, like going in, what the whole football like grounded background would be. And I still feel like overall they kind of like rushed into it and didn't give enough background for obviously the main characters. I don't know if that's something you guys noticed. What do you kind of think? Like going in just off like the trailer, what you thought going in?
I mean, for me. I think coming out of it, it's a lot of a guy had an idea of what he wanted to make, but he didn't know how to. Sort of like
Hmm.
he had a lot of I think actually the football stuff worked surprisingly well for me. Like I thought it was just going to be like sort of a niche to move the plot forward, but I feel like they actually
Hmm.
kind of brought up some ideas and exploitations of football that were actually kind of smart, which I guess we could talk about in spoilers, but like it's definitely very confusing
Hmm.
and like I know like I saw it with my girlfriend and she said the exact same thing like right away just asking me a million questions and I'm like even like
Hmm.
I couldn't answer it. And like, I don't think this is a movie that's supposed to be confusing in a good way. Like, this
Right.
isn't like Inception where someone says it's confusing. It's like, well, no, you're just stupid. You don't get it. Whereas, like,
Yeah.
this, I think, is like, it's confusing because it doesn't know how it wants to like, showcase itself. And just a lot of like, I mean, it is very cool to look at, like, the whole time. Like, I think the
Hmm.
visuals are kind of nuts in this movie. And
I
like,
think
I
the
do like,
visuals. Yeah, I
yeah,
think that.
they're kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think they kind of carried parts of the movie. I kind of got
Yeah.
actually for like another sports type movie, like the movie Creed, like how they have those transitions and they use music a lot to show the
Yeah.
training scenes. I actually thought that was like this one of the strengths of the movies was like the cutscenes to him training and like doing actual football drills. Some of them were a bit exaggerated, but you saw him hitting the nets. They had the jug machines, and I
Yeah.
thought like bringing in the music and like having like a lot of training scenes were cool. Like they felt pretty like football grounded. But
Yeah. I mean, I also appreciate that the guy actually like looked like he knew how to throw a football.
he did.
Like I feel like so many times with sports movies, like they're clearly not athletes. Like football, especially when you see a guy throw a football, like you can tell if they know what they're
Hmm.
doing or not. And like this guy kind of felt like he could. Also,
Oh,
I think the
100%.
actor actually played college football,
Mm.
which I just found out. But I did kind of appreciate the fact that like there's not sports aspects that don't feel realistic. Like it, the stuff you're seeing is like stuff that you do kind of see in the NFL and college and whatnot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I honestly thought Marlon Wayans was his character was insane in this movie. I thought he was phenomenal. He was
Yeah, he
just the
was good.
perfect psychopath in this movie, and he was honestly really funny as well. I know it wasn't meant to be a comedy, but I found his character to be very funny, and he was just kind of chirping him throughout the movie and stuff with the crazy digs and stuff randomly. But played his role well. I thought Julia Fox as well was kind of a psycho in her character as well. So a lot of good actors and actresses in this. I mean, overall, you can't go into this movie expecting to see like an Oscar type movie, but I liked it a lot, and I thought it kind of got into the nitty gritties of like how these guys really do put their lives on the line and stuff. And for a lot of them, they probably are putting football as their main focus. And while it's not to that extent, it's just crazy to see that there's probably players in the league right now that are wired that way and would go to crazy extents to prolong their career. And you saw throughout the movie, and not I don't know if this is I don't think this is a spoiler, but, like, just him getting injected with all these different, like, things to just, like, boost him up, and it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
what we see in today's league where they're getting all these types of injections, I'm sure, behind the scenes.
Yeah, I thought that aspect was actually really cool. I think having like a sports medicine doctor on his side. I mean, I don't want to get into too many spoilers yet, but I thought that was a cool like look behind the curtain on like what these really rich athletes like. I know it's supposed to be like a joke, but like stuff you could do in real life. Like if you had all the money, you could pay for all the best sports science and do tricks that probably aren't legal anyway.
For sure. For sure. I mean, yeah, ultimately though, like I did enjoy it. I think it's I would say you gotta go see it. I just wouldn't go in with expectations that it's gonna be this like box office hit. It's just going to be a ridiculous movie that has a lot of ridiculous parts, and you're probably gonna leave the movie theater being like, what the hell did I just watch? But there's definitely parts that are funny, and there's definitely parts of it that are like fucked up, like really fucked up. So
Mm.
I think you just got to go in open minded to it. But I left it thinking it was pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, do you
Did
think it's
did
kind of
did you
following
guys
the
think it was scary?
No, and
no?
Okay.
that kind of shocked me because I thought it was supposed to be a horror movie. I guess I just thought it would be
Yeah.
like more. It was just more like fucked up than scary.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't classify that as like a stereotypical horror movie.
Yeah, it was almost more of like I found the most intriguing part is just like not the like I think it was more of like a mystery of really trying to find out like because you could tell the whole build up. I guess we can get into some spoilers now, but like you could tell like going into the build up like what when he was gonna like quote unquote sell his soul or because you knew it was gonna lead to something like that. But I liked how like Marlon Wayne's character never told him straight up like his plan, like this is what I'm trying to get you to do at the end. I kind of liked that build up. There was pretty suspenseful and like there was elements of gore obviously in between with his dreams. I thought the dreams were pretty cool because it keeps you like rethinking like oh what did that mean and what's going to happen with I don't know what your guys thoughts on like that part of it.
Yeah, I think that's where the confusing aspect comes in is where you constantly have so many dreams being thrown at you, and then
Mm,
like are we in spoilers now?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd say so at this point.
Okay. Yeah, like I feel like everything's very confusing, and I feel like every time like a weird visual happens, you think, okay, he's just hallucinating because of the drugs or whatever, and then
mhm,
you get to the finale, which is like batshit weird and crazy,
yeah,
and you're kind of like, okay, like what part is real, what's not, and I don't exactly think it's done in a way where it's not that it has to be like straightforward to you, but I don't think it even knows exactly what's real and what's not. I think it's just kind of throwing cool visuals at you, which is
mhm.
fine, but I don't think is really helping the narrative at all.
Yeah, I don't know if it really paid off, but
Well, it also might like the underlining meaning may have to do with concussions in that kind of sense too, of like
Yeah.
how you because like I think that was also like a part of it where he was just got like his brain fucked up in the beginning, and then you just see all these like hallucinations and dreams he's having because he's just so like brain dead. Granted, he in the beginning the guy comes up and just bonks him on the head and cracks the
yeah.
skull, I guess.
Well, yeah, in the
So
timeline, I'm just a little confused by the timeline. So he gets hit in the skull and has brain trauma, probably on top of already concussions. Goes to the timeline, then or at the combine, and then like a week later, he's at this guy's house. So if they are like, if that was in like a very short span of time, this guy really could have been hallucinating or imagining most of it. They don't tell you that's what happened, but it could be implied that a lot of it maybe was in his head. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it definitely
Yeah.
mixed with the drugs they were putting in. Like they don't really tell you what kind of shot he was getting from the one doctor the most of the movie.
Yeah, just
But-
some random Australian doctor.
Yeah.
Poor guy got
I
sacrificed.
got a question for
From
you guys.
Julia Fox.
I got a question about the movie. So the scenes with the like demonic like fans, the batshit crazy fans, and they come in, they follow him into the house. Like,
Okay, that was creepy.
yeah,
Like
I
that was
liked
the one
that
part I
aspect.
was like, yeah.
I was just like, was that real? Did he imagine that? Like, what is your guys' take on that? When
I thought that
eventually
was
he's
real.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it was real. And then when they were shooting the targets outside, I'm pretty sure they like put their bodies in like some of those like body bags or whatever, because they
Okay.
showed the
Oh,
shirt the
yeah,
girl
you're right.
they were showing the shirt the girl was wearing like on one of the targets, and it was all
Mm.
bloody. So I think that was like, I think he was literally shooting them, because then they were like, that's it, and then like drove away with some stuff.
Oh, yeah, because he said, "Is that all we have to shoot?"
Yeah, so I think he literally shot them. Or
Yeah, that's interesting.
I,
I was
Did
just
he get
confused
someone?
by like, were they supposed to be like demons or like, because they weren't like just normal people.
I don't know. I think they were just like weird, crazy fans
Yeah,
that somehow got in. But like
Yeah.
that was actually one part where like my whole theater gasped when you like see her under the sauna bench.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Like that was pretty creepy. And then the weird like football head dudes or whatever, they're like dancing around. I was like, I don't know, it's kind of creepy, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we kind of missed that reaction, because our theater had like, we were like 3 of 6 people in it. It was kind of nuts
Oh,
because it was a
really?
big theater. Yeah, it was like 6 people there, so there was
Yeah.
not a ton of reactions,
No, there
Mm.
wasn't.
which definitely may have ruined the movie, because I feel like it's always nice to have a big crowd with the reactions.
Mm. Yeah, I had the
Um,
opposite where I had a big crowd and that kind of ruined the movie. So
Mm.
fair. Yeah, I mean, overall though, that was crazy. I mean, obviously the ending was insane, and I was just like so confused, because and a
Yeah.
lot of it didn't even make sense either, because it's like, how like they don't have a draft, like they have a combine, and then you can just sign wherever you want, I guess. Like if this team truly was winning all these Super Bowls, how are they just going to get like the best college quarterback to now come to their team? So that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Then they're trying to get him to sign the contract, and you find out like, oh shit, the owner of this team has actually been grooming this kid since he was like 5 playing football. 'Cause
I
they
did
showed
like
him-
that aspect.
That was cool. That
Yeah.
was cool in the photo.
Because like that does happen too. I feel like where like grooming in sports is a real thing.
Oh yeah,
And so
for
like
sure.
I thought that was like a cool thing to like put in a horror movie.
Mm.
And then he just went ape shit and killed them
Yeah,
all.
he really did.
Yeah, I did like that, 'cause I wasn't sure if they were going to end up like the movie was going to end and you see him like winning a Super Bowl or something like that. So they did get me off guard. So I can respect that they took it in a way where like I didn't see coming. It was just interesting at the end. I thought like they took like the football mascots. Oh, I saw that happening a lot. Like they tried to play into the whole football scene at the end. I don't know. It was a little off-putting, but I guess that's part of what you're getting with a horror demonic type of film like this.
I mean, I feel like it was also kind of a almost like jarring tonal shift. Like as gruesome as like he's cutting these guys' heads off with swords and stuff, but like it almost like it feels like a stick comedy sort of thing. The way the
Yeah.
way it was done, like I almost was like, am I supposed to be like laughing at this sort of
Me
thing?
and him
So,
were
like,
laughing when he sliced his
Yeah.
head off on the field goal post. Like I like
Yeah.
like that was good because it's like one of those like Terrifier type of killing. It's just
all
like
right. Let's.
they're gonna show a lot of blood, but like I think it was supposed to be like pretty fun. You're supposed to be like happy. for
Well,
the
we're
guy.
seeing that with more horror movies. I mean, the other one, Weapons, that just came out too. Like at the end, did you see Weapons,
Yeah,
Fonzo?
banger.
Yeah, but like at the end, it was the same thing in that one. Like if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but like with the crazy murder scene at the end. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a new trend for these horror movies that they're going to start doing that. But to me, I thought that was definitely wild at the end.
Yeah.
But I think it
I
was
think
supposed to have,
audiences want that, you know.
yeah,
Like they
the
kind of want to see the
lightheartedness.
gore. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely gory throughout the movie. They definitely didn't, hide much at all. They pretty much showed everything, I thought. But I mean, I would, I see, so far the way it's ranked that it didn't it's not getting the best reviews. Like I see Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 32%, IMDb gave it a 5.6. I kind of view that in the same light. Like it wasn't one of the worst movies I saw. I thought it was like better than I expected because I really was skeptical in the sense that it was like, how good could this movie really be? Like when you're combining football and horror, like they just don't really go together. So to me, it was as good as I think you could have made it.
Yeah, that's why I agree with what Noah said earlier, where I was like, it was a good plan for a movie, and I can see why like you can get a guy like Jordan Peele to fund this movie. Because in theory, it sounds awesome. Like this is something that you can get a lot of fans, and they were promoting it during all the NFL games, so they're trying to get the football crowd to go to this movie. But I think honestly, like the 33% it's at right now, I think it's gonna stay like below a 50. I don't know if people are like the general public is necessarily gonna love this movie. Like I think I came out of it confused. Like I feel like, and not like a good way, like you said earlier, where it's like you're supposed to be that way. So I don't know. I think a lot of people might have not so great things to say about this movie.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, the reactions for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a football fan, though, I definitely would say you should go see it.
Do you
Even
okay? So like, as football fans, where there's things that like bothered you, like because you're like, oh, that seems off or not accurate. Because I feel like when
Right.
I watch sports movies and like if I watch a baseball movie and I can tell a guy can't hit, like I just saw like Caught Stealing with Austin Butler.
Mhm.
Like
yeah.
that dude's
Oh, okay.
clearly never swung a baseball bat in his life, and it's like he's supposed to be like a D1 like absolute star, and it's like very
Yeah.
like jarring the whole time. Like, did that bother you at all? Or would you be like,
I
this
actually
actually kind of
totally
accurate?
agree with you saying that he had a good throwing form, because that like the one of his opening scenes, he's throwing like the football at the field goal post, and I actually thought like he threw it up high, right, like tight spirals. Like actually, at least they found a guy who knows how to play football. I thought the
Yeah.
combine. I said to him, I thought the combine thing was a little weird. I'm trying to think of what exactly bothered me about that part, but I think it was more of that they were like, "Oh, you're supposed to replace this 8-time Hall of Fame quarterback," and they just won the Super Bowl. But then 2 minutes later, they're like, "This kid's supposed to be number one overall." So it's like, how is this team going to draft him if he's supposed to be the number one pick?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
almost like written and directed by like people that like looked up
Yeah, they're
like chat GPT like football and then just like
Mhm.
got
it's like,
some like weird verbiage of it and like kind of put it all together without really knowing like the rules and stuff of football.
Yeah.
But
and clearly they did be like, "Oh, we purposely injured you so we could bring you here to sign you," like the whole grooming thing. So I guess they kind of like tied it back.
what was also insane in the beginning when you just see Marlon Wayne's like
Oh my
his
god,
his
dude.
his phone is just going through his kneecap.
Yeah, the Kevin Ware.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, yeah.
They literally, I saw. That's what I said when I saw it, because you've never seen that injury other than fucking Kevin Ware. It's almost like they like took an exact replica. I
But
wish almost we saw like a little bit more. Like I know we saw them at the practice, like Marlon Wayne's own practice facility type of thing. I almost kind of wish that we saw a little bit more football. I know it's probably really hard to film in like a game type of setting, because we really only saw like he didn't even participate in the combine. He just got cut out of
Yeah.
that. I wish we saw a little bit more, maybe like a college game, so there's more background on our main character, so you could like feel for him more and get kind of, I don't know, because they just tell you like, oh, he's a great football player. You don't see anything. You don't like hear from anyone else besides his mother and like his friend, who's just a complete idiot in the whole movie.
I think that was his brother. No.
I think one of them was his boy, and then one was his brother.
Yeah, that was wild too. That he's like about to get drafted, and he's just like at a party, like fucking smoking and getting like blacked
Yeah.
out drunk, and it's like, bro, what? There's like no like quarterback prospect that's gonna be doing that, and also his agent too being in on the whole like grooming and shit as well.
Yeah,
But
it was interesting. I wanted to discuss the one scene towards the end when the girl takes him to the hotel, and it's like their party, and they're like, "Oh, don't mind what you see here. These people are private." Like, was he imagining that whole party? Like, I was still a little confused about that scene,
I thought that was real.
because I thought it was real too, and then it cuts to the lady like stabbing people and the guy's head on the table.
He
So
may have been drugged, though. That's the thing.
that's what I
He kept
thought. He
getting
was
drugged.
he was drugged the whole time, or like that was like the aftermath of it.
Well, I think she actually killed the trainer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Because
so
like
too.
I think the trainer's clearly kind of trying to like help him, and because like he says like run or whatever.
Yeah,
He's
Right.
kind of like
He
clearly
was.
like not for what they're doing there. So I think that's why she kills him. So I think that part is actually kind of real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was just confused by the way they like cut the scene up. Because I knew that guy was actually dead, but I didn't know if like they're trying to say that. I don't know if it was just like imagined, but I was a little thrown off. But
there's a lot of confusing things.
yeah,
But any final thoughts before we wrap this up, fellas?
I thought the way they showed him getting the concussion, like basically killing
was
that
so
guy on the
sick.
field, was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the whole even when they were fighting at the end with like the X-ray when it would cut to like his scar on his head cutting open. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a Mortal Kombat, like almost like fighting. It was cool.
Yeah. Also, I think that like that was one thing I was hoping we would get more of, but we didn't, which was like
Hmm.
there is more like realistic horrifying aspects to football. Like it's obviously an incredibly physical sport, and it's like I don't think the whole movie was like a concussion protocol advertisement, but like the fact that they showed like the brains inside of the skull like bouncing
Yeah.
inside, like that was like it's pretty brutal. And I think if you play or you know football, it's sort of something
Oh
that you
yeah.
can like relate to and understand. So like that to me is more scary than like some chick like under a sauna bed or whatever about to come kill you, because it's like you understand it and it's like very
Oh
real.
no. And it's never really been shown that way in cinema before, so I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Will Smith like in Concussion? Have you seen that movie?
I actually have not.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it
Yeah.
was a good movie.
Yeah, the NFL hates that movie, which is just kind of funny.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
So I guess they probably saw this one ahead of time. That's probably why it was on all, like they were promoting it so much.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
But all right, guys. Well, I mean, I think that kind of wraps it up. I mean, that sums up the movie. I mean, let us know in the comments, anyone watching, like, if you're gonna see it or if you have seen it, what were your thoughts on it? Because I'm curious to hear what a lot of people think of this movie. Fonzo, where can they find you?
Just at Film Fonzo right there. That'll work.
So-
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
So yeah, and you do all like horror movies, correct? Or just all types of films?
Just all movies.
There you go. There you go. So, check him out. It's, you've been doing a lot of the recent movies coming out, right? Any other ones that you've done recently that they could go see?
So I reviewed Caught Stealing the other week. There's a weapons review up, The Naked Gun. Pretty much every new movie, I'm probably seeing it.
Mm.
So
Hell yeah. I'm going to go check out that weapons one. I just saw that.
do you
I'm
guys
curious to hear
have
your
a score
thoughts.
for this movie?
I was
What,
thinking that
what do you score it out of normally, 10 or 100?
he does 10.
I do it out of 10, but I don't mind like it's the same as 100.
I'll do a 6.5.
So, okay.
I was gonna stay in the sixes as well. I was gonna do like, honestly, I'm probably at like somewhere between a 6 and a 6.5. Call it 6.3.
Yeah. I'm
What
probably
about
at a
you?
6 to 8, but I might
6 to
drop that the more I think about it. So we'll see.
6,
It's
7.
up in the air.
Yeah,
It's up in
any
the air.
6,
I'm
7s
like
out there?
literally fresh out. So
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I just like it's hard for me to score it high because it's a movie I probably wouldn't want to see again. To be honest,
yeah, I agree.
that's like I don't think there's much rewatchability from it. That's kind of why my score's staying low.
Hmm.
Very fair, very fair. But listen, Felt fans, Fonzo fans, whoever listened today, we appreciate you tuning in. Or maybe you're new to the channel. Drop a sub here. Go check out his channel on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Check us all out on social media. For all things football here and all things movies there. So thank you all for listening. And fellas, thanks for joining me tonight on Around the Felt.